welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Frogs will kick it away to start. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wants to go up top on first down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. And the Razorbacks headed quickly to the line.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on...
He's got it up to 25. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Razorbacks will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Using his feet. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and goal. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it on the run. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Touchdown, Arkansas! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punch him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Price. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room and couldn't find much on that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run it from the gun. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared.
Oh, he's got some space. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Right down the middle. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Here's a heat. And the defense got him at the 27.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Fires to the wideout. Can hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Power football with the run. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Throws it back. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
3rd down, man. think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobbled him up behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. The play action fake. Fires left. He makes the catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll try to get outside. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space, good things will happen.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run play action. Here's the pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And that short completion now sets up a big third down here in the red zone for this team. They haven't scored yet. They're only trailing 7-0, and this is a big one. It's very, very hard to throw the football in this area of the field. But you get the feeling a critical third down now. They need something good to happen, putting a lot of trust in their quarterback to make the right decision and make a big play.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He's got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys, not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he tacks on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it on the outside. The Razorbacks love to do it on the ground, but that gives you some opportunities for big plays up top.
No doubt, it makes me commit more to the ground game, bring more guys down. I'm more willing to play man cover.
Turning it on! That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
They don't believe their kicker can roll double nickels with that 55-yarder, so they'll leave the offense out there on 4th down. This is a designed run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on 4th down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting 3s up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Got room to work.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run, too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the 1st down.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. Offense working from the pistol. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the first. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll get rid of it. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. play action. Under fire. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And the Horned Frogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Touchdown, TCU! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going over the top. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Breaks into the open. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. Keeps looking downfield. Fires to the big fella. And they're able to make the tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Play action. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That is a great response by this defense. You know you went into the half, you made some adjustments, talked about, listen, we're not down that much, we're very much in this game, but it starts with the first possession. And how about the first play, they get a sack?
They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that 3rd down sack set them back, but they'll go for it here. He wants to take the top off. Makes the grab past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. How in the world could they let that happen, and how in the world did they pull it off? That was 4th and a mile, and they got it.
I mean, what a clutch play by this offense. Listen, understanding, a small throw is not going to get it done. A deep ball down the field, give yourself a chance to make a play, and by gosh, they do it.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got his man in the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have bounce. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. He wants to throw it. Got his man on the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. It's a draw. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but it'll be stopped inches short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They can make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
He looks short of that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed 4th down. Big-time stop for this defense.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. To the air on 1st down. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Rides the back on the option to give. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Razorbacks want to move quickly.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He tried to get away, but the defense was able to track him down.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
The Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Got his man. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to take off. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. The Razorbacks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. Quarterback extends the play. Touchdown Razorbacks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Cincinnati is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like them or hate them, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Arizona. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Jukes his way for more. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Baker. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They've been running it, but now the pass. Fires to the big fella. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
And the Horned Frogs are marching down the field. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are pivotal for this play to have success. Really good job blocking on the perimeter.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And down goes the quarterback, but there are penalty flags on the field. Let's see what the call is. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Out of the gun, the inside give. At the 40, there he goes. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got him. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
And the Horned Frogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. A strike downfield. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Quick strike complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
He wants to throw it again. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They move on top here in the 4th.
And this offense is still early in the down, 2nd and goal. They could still run it. They go with the pass. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing it immediately, getting the football out of his hands, seeing his wide receiver open, getting the big touchdown.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And the Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Gives it on the option. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He might want another play. 4th down, gotta have it here. Big man has it, it's a first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. A fresh set of downs after that 4th down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle, it's chopped. Bust through behind his pad. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Got a man. It's chopped. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Man, that's deflating. And as a defensive guy, I was frustrated when my offense didn't come through when I needed him to. But now it's my time. I got to go make a play. I got to go force a turnover, get the ball back to my offense so we can tie or win this ball game.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. They want that clock to run. Makes it past the marker. Turning it on. Touchdown, TCU! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Cincinnati is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Desmond Ridder should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 10 to Arizona. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Starts a drive trying to go up top. The sweet feet buy a little time. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Well, that's a nice interception. At this point of the game, up 2 possessions in a 2-minute situation. The offense is so predictable. You know they're going to throw the football. So everybody on defense, they're just trying to see the ball thrown and then breaking on it. Nice job coming away with that turnover.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game, and now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Complete to the left. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Finds a man in the middle. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Base 27 jump.
Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse